It's time for Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN and live on the AM 1310 Facebook, X, and the Q92 YouTube channel. Now let's take you live courtside to our play-by-play team of Sam Berquin and Ryan Keller. This is Mount Union Purple Raider basketball, brought to you by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
And we welcome you back to the MAC 1310 WDPN. It is NCAA Division III college basketball tonight. I almost said football. The Mount Union Purple Raiders taking on the Scots of the College of Wooster. Hi, everybody. Sam Berkwin, joined by my partner, Ryan Keller. We're back.
Hi.
We're back together again in the hardwood. We love it. We appreciate it. We thank you for tuning in tonight for the 6-0 Mount Union Purple Raiders and the 2-2 Scots. Both teams are out on the floor getting their early warm-ups in. Here comes Coach Mike, ready to roll as he runs down. There he is. Yeah, no, that's a lie. And we're getting closer to tip-off here. We'll get rolling here in about 4 or 5 minutes. So you and I haven't seen a game in person, obviously,
Correct.
Because the Purple Raiders have not been at home. We have watched some stuff on some streams. I watched a couple minutes of the games over the weekend. Down in Cincinnati, watched a little bit of the Mount St. Joseph game, a little bit of the Transylvania game before that. Really, Mount didn't have any issues with either one of those teams, and they come in here with a mark of 6-0. And the non-conference schedule has been, oh gosh, here we go, the moment of truth.
Oh yeah,
when the official. Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Let's see. Look at him. Oh, he's now, the thing is, are they going to come? Yep, they're going to fist bump this here. There's one.
Should I just not?
Oh, God.
I'll pretend I'm typing.
I'm gonna be. What's up, brother? How are you? Oh, baby's not coming over.
Maybe he's scared of us.
He might. Worcester lining up to our left as far as the national anthem is concerned. And the Purple Raiders are lining up to our right as we get ready to go here for the national anthem. DJ Relly down to our right, getting ready to do that. Fans are rolling in. Dan Buckles all set to go on the PA. And we're just a couple of minutes away from college basketball here on 1310 WDPN. We will not see Jarrett Taylor tonight. He's got a little bit of a herniated disc problem, but he's on the mend, and he'll be back hopefully sooner than later, and he'll get back in that lineup and do what he can do, because he is a big part of this basketball team. The young man out of Green can shoot it when he has to. He can get the rebound. He can be the garbage man down there and make things happen. He can jump out of the gym. He's an exciting player. He gives a lot of energy, and we will be looking forward to his return. Right now, the playing of our national anthem here from the MAC Center. There's our national anthem. We'll get ready for the starting lineups tonight here at Mount as the Raiders get ready to take on the Scots here at the MAC Center. There used to be a time when football was starting to come to an end at Mount Union, or it did come to an end in the playoffs or after the Stag Bowl. people said, okay, well, we'll see you in August. Nobody thought about basketball. Nobody really put a lot of passion into it. There was really no fandom. There comes the great Larry Karras going from his seat, has his lovely wife with him. It ain't like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. There are expectations for this program. When you go to a Final Four, you go to a national championship game that you had in hand.
Yeah.
We got a tough break there. The recruiting, the program that Coach Fuline has put into place, the fans are coming out now. I mean, they're selling season tickets now. They never did that for Mount Union basketball. They're amping up the arena. The students are coming out. They're here. They've arrived. It's a thing now, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, they talk about Mount Union basketball in kind of the same, not the same. They're still a little different, but they're right there with the football program, and the students are coming here for basketball. And I love the fact that when you look at this roster, how many local kids are on the roster from top to bottom, and that is awesome. Coach has done a great job about recruiting the local talent that is in this area, and it has gone to show on the record, on the success that they've had lately, and it's great to see because they are so much fun to watch. And from what I've seen from them so far this year, they are going to be an in-your-face, high energy. They've got so many high-energy guys on this team this year. They are fun to watch.
Purple Raiders in the white jerseys tonight with the purple numbers, purple letters, with the white and gray and purple and black trim. They got the purple stripes down the shorts and around the shoulder area. Purple Raiders huddling up right in front of us to our right. The Wooster Scots in the traditional traveling black jerseys, black shorts with the gold numbers and letters trimmed in the white with the red with the gold and almost like a very dark gray piping down the jerseys and the shorts. So we are underway at 6:04 Eastern Standard Time from the MAC. The Purple Raiders and the Scots right here on 1310 WGPN. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Keller, good to be with you on the day before Thanksgiving. Here come the Scots. They will go left to right to start the first half of play. That's Cappy's got it, throws it down low, and it's picked off and stolen away by Hamilton. Hamilton out of St. Vincent St. Mary. Wears number 15 for the Raiders, and he'll run the point now for Coach Feline. Gets it off to Farrington. Elijah, the former Massillon Tiger, is a big part of this Mount Union program. There goes Kasenheiser. He'll step back. 17-footer up and good, and the Purple Raiders are taking the early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, great movement off the ball, finding an open shot right on the elbow, not trying to force anything, and good start for Mount Union.
Good chance, Kasenheiser with the first bucket of the year at home, and Mount Union is taking the early 2-0 lead. Scots with the ball deep on the left side. That's Holloway. Holloway over on the right side to Jones. Jones inside, tries to get a pass into the corner for Holloway, and he threw it away. Worcester turns it over back to the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, Caleb Lorge stepping up at the top of the key, finding a good body position. What I've noticed about this team so far this season is arms straight up in the air. Mm-hmm. There is no leaning forward. Caleb did a great job forcing that turnover.
So the Purple Raiders with the ball, second possession of the night. Hamilton on the left wing. Gets it out on top of Chance. Kasenheiser goes around a Lorick screen. Kasenheiser steps back, 17-footer. The rim. Nope. Tipped up in the air, out of bounds, back to Worcester. 18:42 to go with the first half. It's a 2-0 Mount Union lead as the crowd continues to file in here to the MAC Center on the night before Thanksgiving. We will be your radio home all season long for the Purple Raiders, so make sure you keep it here on 1310 WDPN. Looking forward to a nice, long basketball season. Get you through the winter doldrums. Johnson on the left side of the floor kicks it inside the Brody. There goes the three on the right wing, put up by Cappy, no good. The rebound picked off by the Raiders. Here comes Mount Union, the home whites, right to left. 18-15 first half. 2-zip Raiders with the lead. Hamilton got tied up. And the possession arrow will give it to Mount Union. 21 on the shot clock, 18-12 here in the first half of play. Just underway at the MAC Center. Little college hoops for you on this Wednesday night. Moore pops out, shoots the long three, right wing, air ball. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll go off of the Raiders and back to Worcester. So 18:08 to go in the first half. 2-0 Purple Raiders. Mount 6-0. The Scots are 2-2. This has kind of been a little bit of a a tradition the last several years. The night before Thanksgiving, these two teams get together on the home floor of one another every other year. Johnson's got it, throws it on the left wing to Roeder. Roeder's got it into the paint, little 16-footer back of the rim, a little too strong. Rebound cleaned up inside by Caffey, who lays it up and in.
Yeah, good help defense there. Just an unfortunate bounce on the miss, went right to the defender. But that's something that they do defensively really well this year, is move from one defender to the next.
So Caffey with the bucket. It's a 2-2 tie. Moore goes inside. Dipsy-do off the glass, lays it up and in and scores. So Kevin Moore with his first two. We usually see Kevin outside. That time he went right to the rack to put the Raiders on top 4-2. There's the pass into the corner, back to the left wing. 3-ball on the way. Front of the rim, back of the rim, no by Johnson. Then a loose ball foul has been called on Mount Union.
I think it's Lorich.
I think they called it on Chance.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I got screened over here. I think I saw him put the 0 up.
Yeah, they put it up on the scoreboard. So, yeah, that's Case Nizer.
So Roeder's got it on the right side for Wooster. Out on top, Cappy shoots a 3. Too strong, back of the rim. Heiser with the rebound. Here comes the former Lake Blue Streak across the timeline to the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Looking down low to Farrington. Elijah backing his man down. Gives it to Caleb. Goes inside. Missed the layup. Rebound scooped up by Cappy for the Scots. 16:45 to go in the first half of play here at Mount Union. Raiders on top of the Worcester Scots 4-2. Right side, Cappy thought about a 3. Goes to the baseline. Got bumped off the ball. Gets into the right side of the floor to Holloway. Cox Holloway stepped out of bounds. It goes back to the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, again, a fantastic help defense there. Lorich came out to jump that 3 on the edge and force the pump fake and the penetration. Farrington saw him driving baseline, was able to get in front of him and get in great body position to force the turnover.
Talking about Jaden Cox Holloway, the young man out of Richmond Heights, a high school basketball factory in the smaller divisions. Caleb Lorich got inside, scooped it off the glass and scored. Caleb with his first 2, and the Purple Raiders are out 6-2, 16:15 to go here in the first half of play. Here come the Worcester Scots on the right side of the floor. Johnson, the ball knocked out of bounds off of Worcester, and it goes back to the Purple Raiders. Checking in for the first time today is Oakley Breckman, number 15.
71.
Of course, I wrote down 15 names, and I didn't write his down. First guy off the bench. Couldn't wait to get him in there. So Oakley Breckman is in, the young man out of Nashville, Tennessee. Good Pasture Christian School. And at the other end of the floor, we've got we are doing media time. Okay, I wasn't sure we were going to do this or if they were going to wait till the OAC, but we are going to go medium. So we'll have medias at 16, 12, 8, and 4, just to give you a heads up. So timeout, 15:47 to go here in the first half. It's Mount Union 6, Worcester 2, and you're listening to Purple Raider Basketball on 1310 WDPM.
SARTA Me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAMe.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller back with you at the Mack Center. 1310 WDPN. The Purple Raiders lead Worcester by the score of 6-2. Don't forget, all season long, you can listen to us on 1310. You can also listen to us on the WDPN Facebook page, our X page, Q92radiosports.com, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Nice bucket inside for the Scots. That's Jones, Quincy Jones. No relation to the singer. 6-4, Purple Raiders by a deuce, 15:20 to go. Kaseniser's got it for Mount. Ball slipped out of his hands, got it to Hamilton on the left side. Hamilton draws a double team, works the dribble, crosses over, steps back. 17-footer going to be off the rim. No. The rebound snared by the Wooster Scots. That's Cox Holloway. Jaden Cox Holloway with the rebound for Wooster. Here come the Scots now. The block. Jones inside. Quincy scoops and scores. Quincy Jones has hit his last 2 field goals for the College of Wooster. And we're all square, 6'6", 14:50 in the first half of play. So it's Kaseniser, Farrington, Lowrich, Moore, and Hamilton. Speaking of Hamilton, goes inside. Put it off the glass. No, but he got hammered. And he'll shoot 2 line left for Mount Union.
Yeah, it was a great hesitation dribble to get past the defender. Unfortunately, the next guy in line is like 6'6". And if I'm not mistaken, Hamilton's 5'7", so a little mismatch there. But he draws the foul and goes to the line for the free 2.
So Kevin Hamilton out of St. Vincent St. Mary, 5'7", 160 pounds. Not the biggest guy, but he is strong. He is put together. He's very aggressive. He's very tough, and he's a really nice basketball player.
And he's got some really big-time basketball experience. Played 2 years at Youngstown State University, coming over here to Mount Union.
So a good get for Coach Feline. Speaking of Hamilton, he'll sit. And for the first time tonight, who we got coming in here? Boy, I'll tell you what, this first game of the year, it's hard to get your stuff together. Jack Dunbar is in, number 20 for the first time tonight for the Raiders as Hamilton sits down. Shot the key up and good again. That is 3 in a row for Quincy Jones. And the Purple Raiders and the Scots are tied at 8 at the Mack Center, 14-15 to go in the first half of play. Kaseniser around the screen by Vaden, who's checked in. He had a shot rejected by Cox Holloway. And Worcester almost threw it away. They did. Kevin Moore's got it. Boom, with 2 hands, Kevin Moore. That's how you take a turnover after a turnover.
Yeah, and this team doesn't stop. Even after the turnover, they continue to fight hard on the defensive end to get the ball back.
Oakley, who has checked in for Worcester, got the ball taken away in the paint and went out of bounds, and it will go back to Mount Union. Good defense. We had talked, you and I did, just shooting the ball. This team gets down and they play defense for Coach Feline.
Yeah.
I mean, they get off the bus ready to go. They're in your business.
And their hustle plays.
Yes. Vaden flips it on the left side to Moore. Moore on the left side gets it down low. Elijah rumbles inside and puts it up and in with the right hand and scores. Elijah Farrington with his first 2. And the Purple Raiders have scored 4 in a row to take a 12-8 lead. 13:25 to go. Steal by the Purple Raiders. Other end of the floor, laying it up and in. Dunbar with his first 2. Jack Dunbar with the steal and score. 14-8 now, Purple Raiders. Left side of the floor, Roeder had it. Roeder's down on the block. He got triple teamed. Somehow snaked his way inside and scored. Purple Raiders get a delay a game, but we'll give Roeder the basket. That's his first 2 of the night.
I think that was on Wooster. Black 11. They gave a foul
called,
to.
okay. Or the delay game. It was a delay game.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Black 11.
I was going to say, I don't know. Mountain didn't have the ball to cause the delay game. Goes inside. Elijah Harrington high off the glass for Farrington. No. A lot of contact down there. No whistle. And here comes the Scots at the other end of the floor. A little 15-footer off the glass. Rebound inside. Whistle. And a foul. Keelan is checked in for Worcester. So the Scots with 12:36 to go in the first half. It's a 14-12 Mount Union lead. Free throw up and good by Cox Holloway. That's his first point of the night. Kevin Moore will take a seat, and Dante Collier is in for the first time tonight. Is he really a senior now?
Yeah.
Dante Collier. I remember when he was a freshman.
Yeah, they only have 2 seniors on this whole team.
Wow. 14-12, as both free throws by Cox Holloway are good. He's got 2 on the night. It's a 14-12 game, Mount Union, and a turnover by the Raiders, and here come the Scots left to right. (12-12), clock running in the first half. Bang it inside. Quincy Jones put up the shot off balance, no good. Rebound picked off by Vaden. Gets it down to Hamilton. Left wing, Dunbar 3. In and out, no, and a loose ball foul on Mount Union. Vaden with the foul. It'll stop the clock momentarily with 12:01 to go in the first half and a 14-12 Mount Union lead.
Yeah, speaking of Vaden, he set the record here at Mount Union with blocks per game earlier this year, and having someone who's 6'11", down on the low block opposite Farrington as well, really, really helps your offense and defense.
Killian's got it on the right side, picked up by Dunbar. Out on top to Jones. Quincy back it in. Little Euro step, put it off the glass, no, but the follow is up and good by Breckman. His first 2, and hey, we're tied at 14. 11:37 to go in the first half of play. Got a good one cooking here at the MAC so far. Hamilton steps into it, gets it on top to Farrington. Elijah went through a double team. Nice pass to Vaden. Put it off the glass and score.
Yeah, defensively for Wooster, you have to come over and help. And that just leaves Vaden wide open. A great bounce pass in traffic from Farrington.
So Vaden with his first 2, and it's 16-14 Mount. Quincy Jones going down low against Vaden. Not a good idea. Quincy will pivot on the other side, throws it off the window and scores. Boy, this guy is on fire, Quincy Jones. I think he's got the last 8 points for the Scots. 16-16 tie. Hamilton outside with a 3, no good. Rebounded by Wooster. 10:52 to go in the first half. We're tied at 16 at the MAC Center, 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you. College Hoops, the Purple Raiders in Worcester. Driving hard to the basket, floating it off the glass from no by Breckman, but the follow is good by, guess who? Quincy Jones. He's got 10. And Worcester has the lead at 18-16. 10:28 to go in the first half. Next stop, we'll have another media timeout. Farrington sets up for the 3. Good. Elijah Farrington from downtown. Didn't even hit the rim. He's got 5. Mount Union seesaws back in front, 19-18. 10:10 to go. Lehman's got it down low. Blocked by Vaden and out of bounds. Woo. My man.
Boy, oh boy.
It's a force in the paint. We'll take a break. 10:08 to go. First half of play at the University of Mount Union. Raiders 19, the College of Worcester 18. We'll take a break and come back. 1310 WDPN.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Teach. I trust us. Welcome back to the MAC Center, 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller with you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. Filled with family, food, and football. How about that?
I like it. The 3 Fs.
10:09 to go in the first half here. Mount Union 19, the College of Worcester 18. We got Hamilton, Farrington, Lowrich, Dunbar, and Collier for the Purple Raiders. Cox Holloway steps into a 17-footer. Nope. Rebound picked off by Farrington, the former Massillon Tiger. Coast to coast, lost the pumpkin. Taken away. Keelan's coming the other way for Worcester, trying to cross over. Hamilton really nicely just kind of poked that ball out of bounds. Chance Kasenizer back in, and Hamilton will sit down. Ball inbound. Worcester will throw it in.
I think Coach Fuline was asking. I thought that was off the knee
Yep.
of the player from Wooster as well.
That was a heck of a poke away by Hamilton. Wooster will get the ball inside, and Dunbar said get it out, but the Scots get it right back on the turnover, but no possession. Ball goes into the corner. That's Breckman. Gets across court. 9:35 to go in the first half. 19-18 Purple Raiders. Shot high off the glass for Cappy is up and good. He's got 4. So the seesaw continues up and down, back and forth. Worcester 20, Mount Union 19. 9:18 to go in the first half here at the Mac Center at Mount Union. A little give and go now. Dunbar to Farrington in the corner. Collier for 3. Couldn't get it. Loose on the floor. Gobbled up by the Scots. Here comes Johnson for Worcester. Johnson at the other end of the floor. A little step into the 18-footer on the wing. Hit the rim. The glass, the rim tipped up once, twice. Nope. Rebound picked up by Hasenheiser. Here come the Purple Raiders right to left. 8:55 to go. Hasenheiser threw it away. Right into the hands of Breckman. And here come the Scots. 20-19 Worcester with the ball and a 1-point lead. 8:40 to go in the first half. Long 3 on the left wing by Cox. Holloway is good, and that gets Mike Feline off the bench. And he wants a timeout. This will be a 30, so we'll keep it. $8:39 to go in the first half. It's 23-19 Worcester. 4-point lead, their biggest lead of the night for the Scots. Both teams, their biggest lead has been 4. 3 fouls on Mount, only 1 on Worcester here in the first half. So this year now, what they're doing, instead of giving each team 6 timeouts to start the game, everybody gets 4, but then you've got the media stoppages at 16, 12, 8, and 4. And then your timeouts that you take, I think they're split between a full and then
I think there's 3 30s and one full.
So that kind of balances.
Yeah,
that balances everything out. So a little something new here. All right, ball back in play here at the Mac Center. 8:32 to go in the first half. Worcester on top of the Purple Raiders, 23-19. Dunbar around a double screen. Hooks it down low for Lowrich. Threw it away. Picked up by the Scots. Turnover Mount Union. Johnson coming to the other end of the floor. 8:15 to go first half. Worcester with the ball. Cox Holloway on the right wing against Moore. Steps back, almost walked. Gets over to Keeneland on the left side of the floor. Back to Holloway. Cox Holloway stutter step. Comes to a stop. Now gets it to Caffey. Caffey leans in. The shot clock is down to 7. Top of the key, Johnson. He'll throw that 3. Boom. 2 men in his face. Wow. Johnson from way outside. It's a biggest lead of the night now for Worcester. 26-19 Scots. 7:44 clock running here in the first half of play. Some of the crowd, some of the students are actually still on campus. They're making their way through. There goes Dunbar around to Caleb's screen. 17-footer for Dunbar, in and out, and a good Caleb got the rebound. Double pump, block from behind, and the ball goes into the hands of Worcester. So the Scots are starting to use a little muscle now underneath in the paint, and not having any success either on their first shot or their rebound to the missed shot. 7:10 first half, Worcester 26-19. Little up and under move, up, back rim, no good by Breckman. Here comes Moore. Kevin Moore on the left wing for the Raiders. Kevin picks up his dribble out on top the chance. Hasenheiser rolls it down to Farrington. Elijah double team, goes right around both, up, nope, foul. Elijah will shoot 2 line left with 6:54 to the first half. It's a Worcester lead of 26-19 over Mount Union.
Yeah, that's good work from Farrington down low, and you can kind of feel the momentum slipping away from Mount Union a little bit there. But throughout their season, they've always, so far this year, they've been slower first halves. Coming out of halftime is when the Purple Raiders really seem to turn it on, and I don't know if it's just halftime adjustments by Coach Fuline, but after halftime, they really seem to gel.
Yeah. So timeout has been taken with 6:54 to go in the first half. (26-19) Worcester. Sam Berkman and Ryan Keller with you. 1310 WDPN streaming, Q92radiosports.com, the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. So if you know of some folks trying to listen to the ball game tonight, not sure where to go, you can drop a little knowledge on them here and tell them 1310 is your home of the Mount Union Purple Raiders. When's our next game? Not for a couple of weeks, right?
It would be December 6th. Which
so
is
not that far away.
Which might we're still trying to figure out, because if the football,
go ahead and explain that
if
away.
the football team wins, they will play the following Saturday as well, and it's almost the same exact time as the basketball. So from what I understand, the University of Mount Union is trying to see if Otterbein is willing to move that game. That way it doesn't conflict with the Purple Raiders football.
So we'll keep you posted there. That could make for an interesting interesting day and night. Farrington free throw good. That gets the Raiders back to within 6, 26-20. And Elijah with his 6th point of the night. Give him 7 as he gets both free throws. 26-21 now, Purple Raiders. 6:50 to go in the first half. Mount in the home whites tonight. Wooster in the traveling black and gold. Breckman gets it to Quincy. Quincy Jones dumps it to Caffey on the right wing. Caffey pounds the ball into the floor, back to Jones. Little 16-footer. Back of the rim, no. Oh, they got an offensive rebound in Wooster. Ball got poked away into the corner. And it goes out of bounds back to Mount Union.
Yeah, he lost his footing as he went to save that and bring it in bounds. And he just slid out of bounds, which gave the ball back to the Purple Raiders.
I'll tell you what, I know Worcester's only played 4 games, and they are 2-2, but pretty nice-looking team.
Well, I was reading up on them, too. I think the last 2 games, they were down by like 12 points
and
each.
Rallied to win.
Yeah.
Coach Doug Klein been doing it for a long time here at the College of Wooster. Purple Raiders with the rock. Kasenheiser way outside for 3, short and off to the right, out of bounds. Back to the College of Wooster.
Yeah, he didn't have a clean grip on that when he went to shoot it. And you can kind of see it slid off the right side of his hand and then off the right side of the rim.
Coming up on 6:10 to go here in the first half. Settle in right before Thanksgiving. A little college hoops for you tonight. 26-21 Worcester over the Purple Raiders. Mount looking to start the year 7. And almost a turnover. Worcester keeps the ball alive. In the corner for 3. Rim, and in. How did that thing get in there?
Yeah, Mount's had a couple unlucky bounces so far in this first half. Even offensive rebounds by Worcester. Balls that hit the rim and end up right where there's no Mount Union player. Again, similar situation on that 3.
Roeder hits that 3. Tough angle to get a bounce, but he got one, and it went in. And Worcester's up by 8 again, 29-21. Lorich down low. Caleb to the nope. Caleb Lorich will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Caleb, it's been kind of riddled with injuries the last couple of years. Senior season now out of Copley, 6'7", about 200 pounds. He'll shoot 2, line left for Mount Union. 29-21 Worcester by 8. 40's free throw up is up and no good by Lorich, and he'll have one more coming.
71.
Stick around, halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears will take care of that with news and weather and regional news. Caleb got that one to go as well. 29-22 is the score. Caleb Lorich, 3 points on the night. He split that pair. Raiders down by 7. Johnson's got it for Worcester. He's working on Elijah. Ball goes into the corner to Cox Holloway. Out on top, Johnson on the wing for 3. Good. Johnson, 2 threes. Banged them both in. Biggest lead of the night for Worcester at 10. 32-22 Scots. Down low, Farrington inside. Blocked at the rim by Breckman. Boy, you don't see that very often. Here comes the Scots at the other end of the floor. Breckman hesitates, steps into a 3. Rim, no. Worcester got the offensive rebound. Moore took it away. What do we got?
Should be
call a foul on Worcester.
Oh, they did.
And it's going to be on Roeder. So the Raiders get the ball back. Elijah will sit down. Hamilton in. 4:44 to go in the first half. College of Worcester 32. University of Mount Union 22 here at the Mack Center. Raiders are down by 10 here at home. But a long way to go. Here comes Kasenheiser. Left to the key to Moore. Kevin Gives it to Hamilton, the former product of St. Vincent St. Mary, went to YSU, and now he's with the Purple Raiders. Kasenheiser around the screen. Give and go to Caleb. Goes into the corner. 3. Good. That is Cam Weekly, the former Jackson Polar Bear. Hits a triple.
I got to tell you, that was a great skip pass from Caleb Lorich all the way across the court on the baseline into the corner for Weekly to hit that 3.
Cam was a heck of a player at Jackson. Found his way over here to Mount Union and hits the big triple to get the Raiders to within 7. Breckman inside, double pump, throws it off the glass rim. No. Rebound, Kevin Moore. Foul in the backcourt on Johnson. And that will bring us to a media timeout. All right, we got a little run going now. As
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or to grandma's.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sam Berkwin Keller back with you on 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. All of our social media platforms will be with you all season long. Mount Union basketball and football. Hamilton and Lorich and Moore. Kasenheiser and Weekly on the floor for Coach Mike Feuline. What's going on here?
I think they called it a 30-second timeout.
All right.
So
we just had the media, and now we've got a 30-second timeout for Wooster.
It's kind of smart to double up like that if you feel like your team needs the break, or if you want to kind of draw a little bit more up. There's only 3:54 left in the half. I kind of like that idea of getting an extended minute and a half timeout. That's smart.
You don't see that often.
No.
Yeah, I agree. That's with the way you could sort of see the momentum shifting a little bit.
Yeah.
For Mount, Coach Klein said, "Hey, let's really make them re-earn that momentum again." All right, sideline right, passes in from Weekly to Chance, and here come the Purple Raiders now with 3:45 to go in the first half. Wooster on top of the Purple Raiders 32-25 here at the Mack Center on the night before Thanksgiving. Hamilton on the left wing down to Caleb. Inside out they go. Chance for 3. Good. Chance Kasenheiser. Big triple from downtown, and the 10-point lead has been whacked down to 5.
Yeah, I think Mount's offense flows better when Kasenheiser is flowing as well.
3:20 to go in the first half. It's 32-28 now. Its lead's down to 4. Quincy Jones inside, and he traveled, and it's going to be a turnover back to the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, we used to say that about Christian Parker. The offense flows better when Parker was involved. There was probably about 10 minutes there in that first half, where Kasenheiser was either on the bench or not really involved in the offense. So it's good to see him try to come back, and Mount's only down by 5 or 4.
So, which once was a 32-22 game, maybe the Raiders could get it a little bit closer. Kasenheiser pick and roll, nobody home on the other end of Moore. Kevin steps back behind the three-point line. Now he drives into the hole, put it up, no. Lorich got the rebound, put it up, no. Caleb got it back and put it right back up and in. Caleb Lorich with 5. Now the Raiders are fighting in the paint, which is always good.
Needed to get them me-bounds.
That's right. 32-30. WNBA reference there. 32-30 Worcester. Turnover! Hamilton's got it for Mount Union. Hamilton at the other end of the floor picks up his dribble to Kasenheiser. Chance into the paint. Throws it into the corner for Weekly. Back to Moore. Top of the key, Hamilton. Hamilton, a ball fake left. He'll bring it back out, and they'll reset. 2:18 on the game clock. 13 on the shot. Down to Lorich. Inside out they go. Weekly for 3. No! Lorich got his rebound. Goes inside. Put it up and put it in. Caleb Lorich with 7 and a 10-0 run by the good guys. It's 32-32. How about, you know what? It all starts down here at the defensive end of the floor. Quincy Jones backing in, tied up by Hamilton and stolen, and a foul on Wooster. And the Raiders are fired up, and so is the MAC Center.
Man, oh man. You got to love the energy that this team plays with. You really, really do. Also, that last offensive possession for Mount Union, they rotated it around. Normally, you would expect them to throw a shot up. It wasn't there this time, and they completely reset the offense and got a clean look.
I think I've found my new Mount Union basketball go-to dude. And there's a shot by Kasenheiser up and good. Chance with 7, and the Raiders have scored 12 in a row. It's 34-32. And the guy I'm talking about is Kevin Hamilton.
Yeah.
I love this kid. First time I've seen him play. I'm sold. Wooster with the ball now, trying to figure out what just hit him. They led 32-22. They now trail 34-32. Inside, blocked from behind. Did we get a jump? We did. How about that?
You don't see that too often where the defender has 2 hands on top of the basketball on the shot. Speaking of Hamilton, I mentioned this after I watched them play earlier this season. His energy on the court reminds me so much of Colin Gurley.
Yep. And it's infectious, you can see. Ball inside. Oakley puts it up and puts it in. Breckman with 4. Got too easy to get position there. Easy inbounds pass and a bucket. 34-34. Wooster and Mount Union. We got a good one cooking at the MAC. Kasenheiser lost the ball, got it back to Weekly on the right wing. Cam gets it to Caleb. Caleb working on Jones. No look pass to Hamilton. Hamilton into the paint. Hamilton down the lane. Little baby hook. Never got there. Loose ball picked up by Wooster. 40 seconds to go, first half. Let's get a little D here and get the last shot. 33 seconds left to go in the first half. We're tied at 34. On the right side of the floor, that's Roeder. Roeder in the paint. Scoop. Foul. That's a good call. Definitely contact. I think they got Cam Weekly, the former Jackson Polar Bear. So 28.1 to go in the first half. Wooster and Mount Union are tied. 34-34. Free throw up all over the place. No good.
I just think, too, on that 10-point run there, Farrington was sitting on the bench kind of resting up a little bit. So the depth of this team is just something like I don't know if we've seen in the last few years here at Mount Union.
Raider missed the second one as well. Loose on the floor, picked up by Kevin Moore. And now the Raiders can hold it for the final 20 seconds. 34-34, Mount Union and Wooster here on WDPN. Let's count down the final 10 seconds of the half. Hamilton's on the right wing around the screen. Hamilton in the paint, got hammered, no call. Here come the Scots at the other end of the floor with 5, with 4, with 3. Shot at the buzzer by Cox Holloway, up and good. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. And Cox Holloway will end with points 6 and 7 at the end of the first half. So we saw about 4 or 5 games in the one half, which means the second half is going to be even better. One half is in the books here at Mount Union. Your score, Wooster 36, University of Mount Union 34. The big halftime report is coming up next. Keep it here, 1310 WDPN.
Sarda Me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 Pro-Line rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SardaMe.com.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. Yes, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
The Q92 Sports Network is your home for the best coverage of high school and Mount Union football and basketball. Be sure you're following us on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads. You'll know what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we drop photos and videos from all of our high school and Mount Union broadcasts. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads, and stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. Jackson Township Police are asking for help finding a missing teen. 15-year-old Lakrem Hassan was last seen Tuesday morning at Glen Oak High School. He is 5'9", about 150 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. Meanwhile, the Stark County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old Steve Thomas Jr. is also missing. He is black, 5'11", 260 pounds, and was last seen Monday morning leaving a home on Mount Pleasant Street Northwest in Plain Township. Thomas does not have his medications. Anyone with information is asked to call the Stark County Sheriff's Office or Jackson Township Police. A Canton man has been found not guilty in the November 2024 shooting death of Derek Mackey in Akron. The 30-year-old Schaefer was charged with murder, felonious assault, and firearm specifications. A Summit County jury acquitted him on all charges Tuesday. Schaefer claimed he acted in self-defense after Mackey, who had left a rehabilitation program that day, pushed him during an argument outside his ex-girlfriend's home. Prosecutors argued Mackey had not followed through on previous threats, and Schaefer had sent texts saying he planned to shoot Mackey. A Holmes County woman facing charges including aggravated murder is found competent to stand trial. 40-year-old Ruth Miller waived her right to a speedy trial in Tuscarawas County Common Pleas Court Tuesday. She was indicted in connection with the August 23rd drowning of her 4-year-old son Vincent at Atwood Lake. Judge Michael Ernest and attorneys for both sides agreed with a psychologist assessment that Miller can assist in her own defense. She pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity and is scheduled to stand trial March 4th. Sheriff Orvis Campbell said the incident was the result of a religious delusion. Akron Canton Airport is adding nonstop flights to Savannah, Georgia. Breeze Airways will begin service May 7th, 2026 with Thursday and Sunday flights. This will be the 15th nonstop destination Breeze offers from CAK, including popular spots like Orlando, Las Vegas, and Myrtle Beach. Airport officials say the new route provides travelers in Northeast Ohio with an affordable and convenient option. Allegiant also offers nonstop flights to Savannah, Hilton Head from Akron Canton. A Knox Township man who had not been heard from for at least 10 days was found dead inside his home, and investigators now say the case appears to be a suicide. The Columbiana County Sheriff's Office forced entry into the Margaret Lane residence Sunday during a welfare check. Deputies found 35-year-old Brian Tombo dead inside. Sheriff Brian McLaughlin says indications point to suicide, though the death remains under investigation. An autopsy was conducted Tuesday at the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's Office. A race that ended in a tie was decided at the Columbiana County Board of Elections Tuesday. West Township trustee candidates Elton Lowmiller and Martin Merrick each received 299 votes on Election Day. The two names were put on pieces of paper in a jar, and board chairman David Johnson pulled the paper naming Lowmiller the winner. Glenn Whiteleather was the top vote getter with 306. Incumbent Todd Wright had 274. There will be an automatic recount. The board also ordered recounts on races for Fairfield Township trustee and United Local School Board. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
Residents are still recovering after a natural gas explosion Saturday at Phoenix House Senior Living in Austintown. The blast on the fourth floor injured 13 and forced dozens to evacuate. Investigators are working to determine the source of the gas and how it ignited. Property management is helping residents find temporary or permanent housing, and the American Red Cross has distributed more than $40,000 in aid. Police are securing the site to protect tenant property, and unauthorized access could lead to charges. Today, township officials thanked first responders and volunteers for their assistance in the aftermath. Youngstown police are investigating 2 vehicle fire incidents reported Tuesday. The first occurred just before 4:30 a.m. on Ridge Avenue, where a resident discovered his truck on fire. Firefighters extinguished the blaze, and an arson investigator took over. Later that night, a second incident was reported on Market Street, where a caller found a burnt piece of paper inside his vehicle. Police say security footage showed a male suspect light something inside the car and walk away around 3:40 a.m. Authorities have not confirmed whether the 2 incidents are connected. Youngstown Mayor-elect Derek McDowell is taking time to fill his key leadership positions. He announced his first 3 cabinet picks as part of Phase 1. Kyle Myasak will remain finance director, Adam Buente will serve as law director, and Jonathan Huff, the city's civil service administrator since 2012, will be chief of staff. McDowell says Phase 2 of his appointments will come December 12th, when he expects to name police and fire chiefs. He will take office January 1st. Insight Hospital and Medical Center Trumbull in Warren has suspended operations, stopping all new patient admissions as of this morning. The hospital says the closure is due to what it describes as hurdles and barriers from the Ohio Department of Health, which just days earlier moved to revoke the facility's state license. The hospital's future remains uncertain. ODH cites heating failures, inadequate patient care, and long-standing violations dating back to March. Insight disputes the findings, saying regulatory roadblocks also led to the loss of federal CMS certification. 2 companies are fighting to build an AI data center in Lordstown, claiming their plans were submitted before the village passed a ban on data centers. Bristolville 25 developer and BHGH Properties asked the Ohio Supreme Court to require the village to review and act on their proposal. WFMJ-TV reports Lordstown officials say the plans are bare bones and lack engineering details. The companies argue the village is demanding additional materials before engaging an engineer, and that their project dates back to October 20th, before the ordinance banning data centers takes effect December 4th. The firms also say there is no legal precedent to dismiss the case. A Warren man is headed to prison for 9 years for a string of thefts and break-ins in Champion and Howland townships. 51-year-old Harold Michaels pleaded guilty in July to 2 counts of burglary and 3 counts of breaking and entering. Tuesday, he received consecutive sentences from Trumbull County Common Pleas Judge Sarah Kovor. Michaels also was ordered to pay more than $10,000 in restitution. The 2023 crimes included multiple garage break-ins, the theft of tools and other items, and the theft and burning of a vehicle to transport stolen goods. Michaels was arrested in October 2024. A Harrison County standoff ended safely today with a wanted man taken into custody. Deputies responded to a mobile home on Tappan-Scio Road looking for Justin Stapp, a Belmont County resident. Officials say he fired a weapon during the incident. After a lengthy negotiation, the standoff ended without any injuries. Stapp was taken to the Harrison County Jail, and charges are pending. Multiple agencies assisted, including the Belmont and Jefferson County Sheriff's Offices, the Highway Patrol, and St. Clairsville Police. We'll return you courtside for the second half of tonight's game, right after the forecast from 3 News meteorologist Mark Johnson. For AM 1310 WDPN News, I'm Jeff Mears.
Going to be cold overnight. Our low 27 degrees. Still have a wind advisory for gusts above 40 miles per hour. A little bit of light snow here and there tonight. Thanksgiving Day, a little light snow, still blustery and chilly, a high of 34. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
What's trending? Here's what you can find online.
Q92radiosports.com is the official website of the Q92 Sports Network. It's also your home for all of our high school and University of Mount Union football and basketball games. It's where you can stream games live. Go to our SoundCloud page to relive games from the past. You can check out our upcoming broadcast schedule, get scores from around the area, and find your local sports news. It's all just a click away at Q92radiosports.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
And welcome back to the Mack Center halftime here between Wooster and the Purple Raiders. Mount Union 34, Wooster 36. Let's get into some first half stats for you. Let's start with Wooster. Cox Holiday 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line, 7 points in that first half. Capping with 4. Jones had I think he had all of his points in a row, basically. 10 points in that first half. Rodier with 5. Johnson with 6. Oakley with 4. Leading in the rebounds for them is Cox Holiday. He's got 5 rebounds in that first half. He also has 3 turnovers and 2 blocks. Let's head down to the Purple Raiders. Kevin Moore with 4 points in that first half was 2 for 4. Elijah Farrington with 7. Caleb Lurich with 7. Chance Kasenheiser with 7. Kevin Hamilton with 2. Dunbar with 2. Vaden with 2. And Cam Weekly with 3. Wooster shooting 46.9% from the field. They're 4-9, 44% from behind the three-point line, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Purple Raiders, they are 13 of 30 from the field, shooting 43%. They're 3 of 11 from three-point line, shooting 27%. They average, I believe it's 33% on the season, so a little bit below that. They are 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Biggest lead of the night, Wooster was up by 10. Mount Union's biggest lead of the night was 6. Wooster had a scoring run of 8, while the Purple Raiders threw together 12 points. They were down in that 10-point deficit to come back and eventually take the lead and then go back and forth until the end of the half. Puts us at 36 for Wooster, 34 for the Purple Raiders. We had 5 lead changes in the first half. Score was tied 7 times throughout the first half. Wooster led for 7 minutes and 35 seconds, and the Purple Raiders led for 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Points from turnovers. Worcester with 12, Mount Union with 14. Points in the paint. Worcester 20 points in the paint, Mount Union 16. Worcester with 10 second chance points, Mount Union with 4. Fast break points, Worcester with 2. Purple Raiders with 4. And 4 points off the bench for Worcester and 7 points off the bench for the Purple Raiders. Mount Union was out-rebounded in that first half by 21-13. So Purple Raiders, Elijah Farrington was on the bench for a large part of that first half as well. But that gets us to where we are at. Mount shot 13 of 30 and 15 of 32 for Worcester. And those are the first half stats. And welcome back, Sammy B.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, boy. All right. We're back. Ready. Just about 2-3 minutes before we get things cranked back up here on 1310. Worcester and Mount Union. Right now, the Scots in front of the Purple Raiders, as Keller just mentioned to you, 36-34. I want to shout out our good friends over at SARTA, the Stark Area Regional Transit Authority at SARTA. Come ride with us. I'm going to thank Ralph Lee and the great crew over at SARTA. Looking forward to working with them all season, high school and college basketball.
So
there may not be a bigger basketball fan in the county than Ralph Lee. I'm telling you that right now.
So
my man loves some hoops.
So Deontay Frigga.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's hanging out here today.
I know you follow him on social media as I have since he played here, then went on to do. He's grown by leaps and bounds and millions and billions of followers, and
he's helped grow the game of basketball
like crazy margins.
Yeah, in the
crazy
cities,
stuff.
in finding street ball to play and jump in, and it's all competitive. Some really good ball players, and it's fun to see his journey from having his season canceled. That was a year that the Purple Raiders had a really great run at the NCAA tournament because of COVID and everything got canceled, and he never got his chance. But he's definitely taking advantage of the opportunities he's been given now, and been doing good things. It's good to see him, still coming back to Mount Union.
It sure is. So. Very cool. Trying to update our socials here real quick. Get a little tag in there on the DPN Facebook page. That looks a little better. Okay, here we go. Purple Raiders in the home whites. Worcester in the traveling black with the gold and white trim. It's going to be Kasenheiser. It's going to be Farrington. It's going to be Hamilton, Lawrence, and Moore on the floor for Mike Feuline's Purple Raiders here in the second half. Sit back and enjoy. And let's get a dub here on the night before Thanksgiving. Shot by Moore, no. Rebounded by Lawrence. Put it up, no good, but Caleb got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2. Just a reminder, we'll be with the Purple Raiders with you all year. All home games will be live here on 1310 WDPN and your social medias. Got some games over the holiday. A huge game with Calvin coming up in December. Mount Aloysius is going to be here for the M Club tournament, little holiday tournament. It's going to be some high quality basketball going on here. Plus, then we'll jump into the OAC before you know it. All right, Caleb got 1 out of 2. It's 36-35. Top of the key 3 up at way off. Rebounded by Mount. Lorich has got it. Farrington on the right wing. Elijah goes down there, missed the layup. He just beat a triple team and scooped it up on the rim, got hammered, no call. I mean, literally got blasted right across the nose. Keep it there. No call. 19 minutes to go in the game. It's 36-35. Down low, Quincy Jones had it, fumbled it, beat a double team. It's got to be a 3-second violation, and it is. Turnover, back to the Purple Raiders. I mean, Elijah just got...
He got mauled. He took a shot right to the face, too, right in front of the official. Do we dare say which
Don't
one?
You dare. Well, there's 3 officials, and
we like 2 of them.
We like 2. So here come the Purple Raiders. You know, you'd think we'd be mature enough to let that go after 2 years. We're not. Kasenizer goes inside, had a block by Jones. Here comes the College of Worcester. Johnson on the left wing. Cox Holloway, long one in the corner. No. Quincy Jones got away with a push-off. Got the offensive rebound. Goes inside. Scoops it up. Nobody got fouled. This kid is very active. Quincy Jones. He's a junior, 6'6", out of, well, he went to Cheney, but he's from Niles. And he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. 18:30 to go in the game. Worcester on top, 36-35. First free throw by Quincy is up and good, and it's a 37-35 ball game. First half, Worcester had a 32-22 lead. Purple Raiders then went on a 12-0 run. Worcester got the final basket in the half. And now we sit at 38-35 as Quincy Jones got both free throws, and I think he has a dozen, and he does. 18:25 to go in the ball game. 38-35, Worcester over Mount Union. Kasenizer on the top of the key to Hamilton. Hamilton floater, hit the front of the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Worcester down the floor. Cox Holloway's got it. He'll go inside and slam it home. Cox Holloway's got 9. And here comes Worcester again. Long 3 more. 3, the rim, nope. Ball loose on the floor, gobbled up by the Scots. So now Worcester has got a 5-point lead. They're looking to build on it as they go right to left at the back center at 17:55 left to go in the game. Mount Union and Worcester on WDPN. Johnson, fadeaway 3, hit the glass, comes into the hands of the Raiders, and now Hamilton's got it on the right wing. Hamilton goes around a screen. Hamilton inside out, dumps to the corner of the roar. Out on top the chance. Kasenizer shoots a 3, back of the rim, too strong. Caleb got the rebound. Hamilton's got it. He's going to drive, throws up the 15-footer and good.
A smart play from Hamilton there, not trying to get to the basket. He is only 5'7", so a lot of times when he gets inside the paint, he gets crowded over and can't get a clean shot off. Great job pulling up with the mid-range jumper.
The mid-range jumper lives on in college basketball sometimes. Cox Holloway fade from 17, shot at 16. Rebound, guess who? Quincy Jones throws up the rebound. Nope. Another offensive rebound. Boy, Mount's getting killed on the inside glass again. There goes the 3 in the corner by Johnson. Air ball. That should have been an offensive foul in Worcester. Didn't see it. Hamilton in transition. Kevin Hamilton down low to Farrington. Elijah backing it on Johnson. Elijah got tied up on the floor, and the possession arrow is going to give it back to Worcester. Boy, a lot going on here. No points. 16:43 to go in the game.
Yeah,
Worcester 40, Mount Union 37.
I think Hamilton missed Farrington. He was open, cutting. Hamilton was kind of looking, didn't know whether to make the pass, and by the time he decided, it was a little too late and just pulled it out behind the three-point line.
Scott's looking to add to their 3-point lead. Mount Union tried to sit down and play a little D this time down the floor. Johnson on the left wing to Jones. Quincy Jones got double teamed, lost the ball, went through 3 sets of legs, and it's picked up by Johnson inside. Whistle, offensive foul. Boy, that got Coach Klein off the bench, and he is firing expletives at the officiating crew.
Yeah, he had some choice words for them at halftime, too. Wasn't happy with the later part of that half's officiating, and I think he's kind of fed up of him.
He is an imposing coach. He is a big dude. I wouldn't want to get him angry.
Nope.
16-10 to go. Hamilton out on top. Elijah, 3. Get in there. In and out, no good. Rebound. And now the old makeup call at the other end. And that's going to be on Caleb Lorich. Loose ball foul. We'll give the ball back to Wooster. 16:06 to go in the game. Mount Union trailing Wooster 40-37. Sean Vaden is back in for the Raiders. Lorich will sit down.
I mean, the positive thing is, even though they've struggled to start this half, they're only down by 3. Worcester has equally struggled on the offensive side.
All right, let's see if we can get a little D here now. 15:55 to go in the game. Quincy left of the key, goes inside against Vaden. Blocked his shot. Vaden is the enforcer down there. He just keeps blocking him. Kevin Moore at the other end of the floor for Mount. Goes around a screen. Kevin, 18-footer on the wing. In and out, no. Vaden got it. Put it back up, no. Vaden got it back. Put it up, no. Loose in the corner. Kasenizer grabs it, and we'll start over again. Whew. A lot of action underneath that hoop. 15:28 to go in the game. 3 up, good. Hamilton from downtown.
I thought that was an alley-oop pass there for a second.
I did too. That's how I saw there was nobody underneath.
He kind of shot it with the
steal by Hamilton. Kevin line lane up, no, but he's fouled. Kevin Hamilton. Out of save, it's a St. Mary, making things happen at the defensive end of the floor.
Boy, the motor in that kid is something else.
Kevin Hamilton just bringing it. 94 feet. We'll take a timeout. 15:15 to go in the game. It's Worcester 40, Mount Union 40. Purple Raider Hoops continues on 1310 WDPN.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAMe.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Forget it. 15:15 to go in the game. 40-40. Mount Union and Worcester. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller here on 1310 WDPN. Those of you that are enjoying the ball game on our streams, social media, you can notice we got a really cool looking, what do we call that, a score bug? I guess. I don't know. You got both logos, and we got the score running underneath every basket. The score changes. Well, Keller is handling that. Like, how the hell do you do that? We're broadcasting a game.
I'm good. I got it.
I know you're good, but I mean,
I even added stuff to it that wasn't on here when we started.
Well, so. I can tell you this: Hamilton free throw good. If I'm ever on my own doing free, that's not happening. You can forget that right now.
It would be difficult if I was doing the play-by-play action.
Yeah, there was no way.
It's much easier on this side.
Yep. So for future reference, that's never going to happen. 42-40 Mount Union. Hamilton got a couple of freebies. 15-10 to go in the game, and the Raiders are back in front by 2. This has turned into a classic. Day before Thanksgiving. Good hoops tonight here at the Mack Center. It's got to be a 3-second violation. No call. Worcester's got it. 8 on the shot clock. Cox Holloway gets it to 3 ball in the corner. Put up no good by Raider. Rebound picked up by the Scots. Quincy Jones had it, lost it, got it back. Contact, whistle, foul. Mount Union.
I think it's on Hamilton. Or
not Hamilton.
Yeah, more.
They're going to There we go. So Kevin Moore picks up the personal foul. That is his second and the third team foul. 14:41 to go in the game. 42-40. Mount Union by a deuce, but the Scots have the ball. Raider will throw it in. I was calling him Rotor in the first half. It's Raider. I apologize. In the paint, that's Quincy. Up and under, fake. Ball goes way out on top. Three put up no good by Kapahe, and we got a loose ball foul. This one looks like it's going to be on Hamilton. So that's his first and the fourth team foul on Mount Union. 14:32 to go in the game. Raiders on top, 42-40. It's an inbounds pass. Raider gets it to Cox Holloway, picked up by Hamilton. Cox Holloway lumbers into the paint. Ball comes back out onto the left of the key. Three off balance. Shot put up no good by Breckman. And another whistle. And this one goes out of bounds. Back to Mount Union. So points are starting to become a little more difficult to come by here.
Well, we need to wait for that second half run. Neither team's had it yet.
Hamilton down low. Alley-oop up and good for Vaden with two hands, and he just kind of dropped it down through. Vaden the bucket, Hamilton the dime. 44-40 Raiders with 14:05 to go in the game. Mount Union in the home whites, purple numbers and letters and trim. Wooster Scots traveling black with the white and the yellow numbers and letters and trim. And boy, Quincy Jones just went up and under, and then he kissed it off the glass from about 8 feet away and dropped it in.
Yeah, that's a tough shot, too, with Vaden, 6'11", with a hand up in the air, having to fade away and bank it off the glass.
Quincy Jones with 14 on the night. 3 for Farrington. Top of the key is up and good. Elijah with a triple. That'll put him in double figures with 10. And the Purple Raiders take that 5-point lead back at 47-42. 13:22 left to go in the game. Jones. Ball goes into the corner. Raider steps back. Didn't get that three off. Jones got it inside. Little 6-footer. Back of the rim. Nope. They volleyballed it all over the gym and is picked up by Farrington. Elijah across the timeline to Hamilton to Moore. Kevin fakes the three. Moore dumps it down low. Vaden up and good. Time out, Wooster. Vaden with 6. The Raiders are sharing the ball in the paint and are playing really well right now. We'll keep it here. 13:02 to go in the ball game. Mount Union has built their biggest lead of the night. It's the Purple Raiders 49 and Wooster 42. My man, that's some basketball right there the last 2 minutes.
And having Vaden, we saw him last year in limited amount of time. He looks more athletic this year. He looks like we put a little bit more weight on, and he is such an ominous presence down in the middle of the paint. There was a play earlier where one of the players for Wooster, Oakley, was going to penetrate and saw Vaden and immediately had to reverse out. Mount Union ended up getting the ball off of that possession. But just having him down there opens things up for Farrington because you have to double team. And he shuts down any type of penetration drive into the middle of the paint. And that's huge for you defensively.
13:02 to go in the second half, I should say. 49-42. Biggest lead of the night right now, I believe, for Mount Union. Yes. Worcester's biggest lead was 10. That was in the first half at the 5:13 mark. For the night, Mount Union 18 of 46 from the floor, 39%, 5 of 17 behind the three-point line. Worcester 17 of 45 from the floor, 4 of 16 from the three-point line. Worcester 4 of 6 at the free throw line. The Purple Raiders 8 of 10. Ball back in after the timeout. We almost got a steal, but not quite. Cox Holloway on the left wing. That's way off. Three-pointer never got there. Loose ball foul as a loose ball rebound was taken by Breckman, and then a foul on the Purple Raiders, and that is on Vaden. That's his second. Collier back in for Mount Union. Well, they say he was shooting. Wow. Free throw crawls over the rim and in for Breckman. That's his 5th point of the night. Second one, in, out, loose ball foul. on Elijah Farrington.
They call it a lane violation.
Lane violation. So another free throw will be coming here for the College of Wooster.
Ball don't lie. Missed him.
Wow.
Missed the second one.
49-43. Well, Breckman Oakley couldn't cash in. Farrington, nice pass to Baden. Goes up with two hands and got real nasty with the rim and flushed it home. He's 51-43.
For a big guy, Farrington is so good with the ball on the court while he's dribbling, and it just opens up Baden down low.
Cox Holloway against Collier. Left wing, Oakley. Now to Johnson on the baseline. Goes around a double team. Gets it to Jones. Quincy goes inside. Knocked Farrington out of the way. Put up a shot and a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Baden. If it is, that's his third.
Yep.
It is. And that'll bring us to a media timeout. Exactly 12 minutes left to go in this basketball game. The night before Turkey Day, and a good one with Wooster and Mount Union. Purple Raiders 51, the Scots 43. Mount Union basketball continues right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 Pro-Line rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
You're listening to Mount Union basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
12 minutes to go in this one, and a good one going. Mount Union 51, Worcester 43. Sam Berkman, Ryan Keller, back with you, 1310 WDPN, all of our social media platforms. I see you guys and gals checking us out on Facebook and Twitter and X, and Q92 Radio YouTube channel. Hello to all of you out there consuming the basketball via the stream tonight.
Yeah,
and of course, hello to all
crowd.
our folks.
Beautiful crowd, too.
I mean, this is really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. There are a lot more people here than I thought were going to be. This has become a nice little tradition the night before Thanksgiving. Free throw. Boy, Worcester's kind of gone cold from the free throw line as Quincy Jones just missed that one. He'll try another one. Looks like weather-wise, starting at 8 o'clock, it's going to get really bad. And then by 9 o'clock, we're going to be fine. So hopefully that works out. 11:55 to go in the game. Purple Raiders with the ball in a 7-point lead, 51-44. Hamilton to Kasenheiser. In the corner, Collier to Farrington. Elijah inside out to Hamilton. Kevin for three. Got it.
Boy.
Kevin Hamilton with the triple. He's got 12. And the Raiders by 10. 54-44 with 11:30 to go in the game. What a burst of energy for Hamilton. Cox Holloway shoots a three. Missed it. Hamilton at the other end. Alley-oop for Farrington. Caught it. Couldn't go back up with it. Now he does, and he got fouled. He'll shoot two. Could you imagine if he went up and got that ball and put it down?
That would have been
I
impressive.
may have walked out.
That would have been so impressive because it wasn't the greatest pass. He would have found a way to get that down. That would have been crazy.
So Elijah Farrington, the former Massillon Tiger, will go to the free throw line and shoot two for the Raiders. First one up, and it is good. Elijah with 11. So we've got 1-2 Purple Raiders in double figures tonight so far. 55-44. Purple Raiders looking to start 7-0 and also get their first win at home this year. It's their first home game period. Farrington got them both. He's got 12. This is a big 3-4 minute sequence here for both teams, but especially for Worcester. They got the ball. They look a little out of place now. They're down 12 with 11 minutes to go in the game. Johnson at the top of the key, throws it down low. How'd that ball get down? Inside out pass, shot put up no good. by Kapihe, and a loose ball foul has been called on Wooster. That's going to be on Oakley. So Breckman Oakley, the sophomore out of Nashville, Tennessee, picks up the foul. All right, foul situation. Things are about even now. Mount's got 6.
It should be 6 and 6.
Yeah, they still got 5 up there.
Yeah.
So they've called 11 fouls already here in the second half. Raiders with the ball by 12. Good guys with the ball. Collier on the wing. Dante throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton fakes right, goes left, quick flick of the 17-footer. Nope. Farrington got the rebound on the weak side. Went out of bounds. It'll stay with the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, that was a great move from Farrington. He was on the other side of the basket, saw it was going to be short, and kind of did a spin move on the baseline in order to get a hand on that rebound.
Thought they called a foul there, but I guess they didn't. Ball just went out of bounds. Oh, they almost threw that ball away, but they will go get it in the backcourt. Elijah will go back and gather, and he'll bring it across the timeline and give it to Kaysenheiser. 10:25 to go in the game. Chance with the ball. Step back, playground 3. No good. Vaden tapped it up, no. And the rebound picked off by Cox Holloway. 10:18 to go in the game. Raiders up 56-44. Caleb Lawrence is getting ready to come in for Mount at the next opportunity. Raiders got it. Couple of pumps inside. Kind of passed it to himself. The official says the ball got tipped into the corner, and a 3 by Cox Holloway is up and good. That's one of those on defense. You do everything you're told. You do everything the right way. And a crazy bounce into the corner. A guy's wide open and hits a triple. 56-47 Mount. 9:45 to go in the game. Raiders with the ball. Hamilton on the left wing. On the top of the key to Farrington. Down low to Kaysenheiser. Fumbled the ball. Gets it back in the corner. Almost got away with a double dribble. May have. Ball goes into the corner for Collier. Dante steps, shoots 3. Way off. Not the shot they wanted there. Rebound picked up by Johnson. Here comes Wooster, right to left. They've got the pumpkin. Raider with a 3. Good. Raider hits a in transition, off-balance 3. And right away, the Worcester Scots are kind of right back in this thing. So 9:20 left to go in the game. We'll keep it. It's Mount Union 56 and Worcester 50. Boy, last 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, you said how important it was going to be. This is only a 30-second timeout. But how important that next 3 minutes was going to be. And Worcester on a 6-0 run right now in the last 31 seconds. So definitely took a chunk in and cut that lead in half.
So 9:20 left to go in the basketball game. Mount Union 56, Worcester 50. Team fouls. Mount's got 6. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. We'll have our media at 8 and our media under 4. As the crowd looks on at the Mack Center.
Mount hasn't hit a shot in the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds of game clock.
All right, so Moore, Farrington, Hamilton, Lowrich. Need one more out here. Who's coming out to be the 5th man? Anyone? There he comes, Chance Kaysenheiser. Like 15 to go in the game. 56-50, Raiders with the ball. Kaysenheiser around a screen. Nice pass to Hamilton. Inside out to Farrington. Kevin Moore for 3. Get in there. Kevin Moore with a big 3 on the wing. How about the ball movement by the Raiders?
That's going around the horn there from underneath all the way around. Great ball movement from Mount Union.
Never touched the floor. 59-50 good guys. 8:52 to go in the game. Raider inside out into the corner for Cox Holloway. He'll drive on Moore. Cut off. Back to Raider on the wing. Raider almost got his pocket pick. Goes inside. Floats it up in a late whistle.
I hate when
Chance Kaysenheiser.
When officials do that. They wait to see whether or not the ball is going to go in, whether they call the foul or not. And when it didn't go in is when he blew the whistle. It's either a foul or it's not a foul.
Right. At that time, it either it is or it isn't.
Yep.
Raider hits the first free throw. 59-51 Raiders. 8:42 to go. Mount 6-0 in the year, looking to get lucky number 7. Worcester's only played 4 games. They're 2-2. Second free throw by Raiders up and good. That'll give him 10. And the Scots have cut it to 7. 59-52, Purple Raiders, 8:33 to go in the ballgame. Hamilton on the wing, lobs it into the corner to Lorich. Down low, Elijah put it off the window and score.
What a beautiful play to Lorich in the corner, knowing exactly where Farrington was going to be in the paint. An easy 2-point bucket for the Mount Union Purple
love
Raiders.
the way they worked the ball around, looking for each other all the time. Raider got free down low, put it up. Nope, but he's going to be fouled by Dante Collier. Ooh, the fouls are piling up. That's 18 fouls on Mount, only the first on Dante. 8:13 to go in the game. Purple Raiders on top. 61-52 at the Mack Center, 1310 WDPN. Don't forget Saturday afternoon, Mount Union football, Muhlenberg will be here for the playoffs. 12 noon kick. The Mules and the Purple Raiders on 1310 WDPN and all over our social media platforms. That's Saturday at noon. Second free throw. Up and good. Cox Holloway with the Baker's dozen. 8:09 to go in the ballgame. Mount Union 61, Wooster 54. Hamilton around a screen by Farrington. Gets another screen by Caleb. Hamilton to Moore. Kevin shoots that three. Got that three. Kevin Moore. When he is hot from the outside, that is just a whole new world opening up for Mount Union on offense. Kevin Moore's got 10.
Yeah, he's shooting 43% on the season as well coming into tonight's game.
Purple Raiders now with a 10-point lead, and another foul is called. That's on Kevin Hamilton. That's his second, team 9th, and we'll get our under-8 media timeout. We'll keep it. 7:41 to go in the game. Purple Raiders 64. Uh, 64-54. Mount Union by 10.
Yeah, Moore hitting 2 big threes. He's 2 of 5 on the night, but the ones he's hit has come in clutch moments, especially that last one to help extend this back to a double-digit lead. Mount Union shooting 43% so far. Oh, there we go. Got some updated.
Hot off the press.
There we go. In this half, 41% in the half, shooting 42.6% for the game. Worcester shooting, boy,
if you can read that,
yeah,
good luck.
They've really struggled here in the second half. They are 4 of 19 in the second half, shooting 21%. They're 2 of 11 from behind the three-point line. They are 8 of 10 from the free throw line, and 10 of 14 for the game. Mount Union, big topic that we talked about last year, and I've tried to not talk about it, but I kind of have to. They're 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Last year, free throws was a big soft spot for them, so it's good to see them coming back out and being able to shoot so well from the free throw line.
Last couple of years, they would hover around, 65, 66% as a team.
Let's see.
Obviously, that's got to,
they're shooting
keep getting better.
75% on the season leading into tonight.
Free throws, I mean, I think you should, I don't know what all coaches think, what they set the goals at or what have you, but I think 75% is a clip you should try to strive for, you know what I mean? 64-55, 64-56. A couple of free throws by Kapihe, and it's 64-56. I got Kapihe with 6 points on the night. Nice move underneath by Elijah Farrington. Kissed it off the window for his 16th point of the night. Purple Raiders up by 10. Scott's with the ball. Cox Holloway got Collier up in the air and put it off the glass and scored. Cox Holloway's got 15. 7:10 to go in the game. Mount Union with the ball. They lead it by 8, 66-58. Hamilton on the left wing. Kevin surveys the scene. Left wing Kevin. There goes another three. That one's no good. Then the rebound picked up by Raider for the Scots. Johnson will bring it across the timeline. 6:52 to go. There goes a long three on the wing. Line drive by Breckman up no good. And the rebound picked up by the Raiders. Coach Feline up to kind of slow everybody down here a little bit. Hamilton says, Coach, what are you calling? 6:35 to go in the game. Foul on Worcester. That's on Johnson. So Isaiah Johnson with the personal. He's out of Westerville South High School, senior. 6'5", guard/forward for Coach Klein. 6:34 to go in this one. Raiders with the ball. They lead by 8. Lobbed inside. Whistle.
Wow.
Foul.
Yeah.
On Kapihe. Yep. So how about this? Mount's got 9 fouls. Worcester's got 7. And the Raiders are in the 1-1. Elijah, first one up. Beautiful. Didn't touch the net again. He's got 17. Leading scorer tonight on either side. 67-58 Mount Union. Each team with a couple of timeouts now, don't forget. Elijah's second free throw. That went off the front of the rim. 6.5 to go in the game. Mount up 67-58. Worcester with the ball. Cox Holloway in the baseline. Holloway backing in. Kapihe's got it. That's got to be an offensive foul, and it is. That'll give it back to the Raiders. 6:21 to go. Mount with the ball back in a 67-58 lead.
They're so good at moving their feet defensively.
So here comes the former St. Vincent St. Mary and Youngstown State Penguin, Kevin Hamilton, over the timeline to more chance on the block purple M at midcourt here at the Mac Center. Left wing Hamilton. Kevin going to shoot that 3. Hit the rim, no good. Caleb got the offensive rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Cox Holloway just literally tried to hammer chop it out of his hands. Ball went out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Union.
Again, the effort away from the basketball for the Purple Raiders has led to so many rebounds and offensive scoring chances.
Kaysenheiser deep on the left wing, and I mean back there. He'll shoot that 3 in the corner. Good! Chance Kaysenheiser. Hit a triple. I mean, he was almost out of bounds. Dang. Welcome to the 9-point club. That's got to be a walk. Nope. Foul on Mount Union. Elijah Farrington called for the foul. Maybe they just see things that we aren't. I don't know.
I think that last shot was a 3.
I was getting ready to say welcome to the double-digit club and give Kaysenheiser 10, but then the scoreboard only went up to 9.
I put it down as a 3.
I mean, didn't he put up the
I thought so.
the 3?
They're going to check it now. Can they challenge it?
All right, they called it a 2. So it's 69-60 Purple Raiders, and will keep Chance Kaysenheiser with a total of 9. 5:29 to go in this one. Hamilton, 15-footer on the wing. Hit the glass, hit the rim. Nope, rebound picked up by Cox Holloway. Here come the Scots. Do they have a couple of runs left in them? Purple Raiders going to sit down and play some D. 5:15 to go in the game. Kapihe's got it. Throws it over to Raider on the left wing. Picked up by Chance. Raider goes around him. Now he's in double trouble. Kapihe out on top. Shoots the 3. Got it.
That was a big 3 from
Yes,
them
it
to
was.
bring it within 6.
Kapihe gets it down to 6, and if you get a miss there, you come down and get a bucket here. It's 12, and now you got to fight your way back up to that 8 to 10 point lead if you're Mount Union. With 4:50 left, the Raiders with the ball, they lead 69-63. Moore into the corner for Hamilton. Hamilton drives the baseline, hooks a pass down low for Farrington, put it up, no good. Rebound picked up by Kapihe. Here come the Scots. 4:35 left to go in the game. Pass went off the knee of Kevin Moore and out of bounds. So the Scots will inbound up with 4:33 left. Isaiah Johnson back in for Worcester. Kapihe will sit down. 4:33 to go in the game. Purple Raiders on top, 69-63. Stick around, post-game show. Join us after tonight's game. Stats analysis, player interview, and more. You can watch that interview live on our social media platforms tonight after the game. But a little fadeaway jumper on the right wing, up and good by Raider. And Raider has 14. And it's a 4-point game. Kasenheiser, 3. No, it almost dropped in, but it's picked up by Cox Holloway.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot attempt right there. You wanted to eat some time off the clock and get a good 2-point bucket.
Now we're under 4 to go in the game, and the Raider lead has been chopped down to 4, 69-65. Johnson open for a 3. It's good. Wow, Johnson with a triple. He's got 9, and all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game at the Mack Center. Mount Union 69, Wooster 68. Raiders with the ball. Now some tense moments inside the old building. Farrington goes inside, lays it up and in, and he is fouled. Wow. Big hoop for Caleb Lorich and the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, great job from Kasenheiser finding him too, getting him a wide open path down the paint, the left side, and up and in.
That was a big basket. So our media timeout will stay here. 3:30 left to go in the game. Mount Union 71, Wooster 68. Coming out of the timeout, Sean Vaden's going to come in for Coach Mike Feuline. Wooster 2-2 on the year. Mount Union at 6-0. And this is probably as tough as they've had the battle all season long, I think.
Yeah.
This is good. It's good to get that.
Let's see here. I got their their closest margin of victory was 86-78 victory. And that was the first game that they played this year. After that, 74-59, 76-40. There's an 82-72 against CWRU.
Case Western.
Yeah, 10-point game there. They beat Transylvania by 22, and they beat Mount St. Joseph's 81-57. So you really get to tell a character of a team when you're in a first time at home. Let's see how they can finish this game off.
3:30 left to go. It's 71. Points. Free throw up, and it is good. That was a big 3-point play for Mount Union.
I like bringing Vaden back in here as well to add that extra rebound, that tall presence, force them to shoot from the perimeter.
Now he'll have to be careful now because he does have 3 fouls. Quincy Jones is going right at him and shot it over him and knocked it in.
That's an incredible shot, shooting over someone who's 6'11".
Quincy Jones with 16, and he's earned them all. 3:08 to go in the game. Mount on top, 72-70. Hamilton got fouled. Kevin Hamilton going to the hole. Got fouled by Quincy Jones. That is number 4 on Quincy Jones. 3:02 left to go in the game. Raiders on top, 72-70. And Kevin Hamilton is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Mount Union. Each team with 10-plus fouls in the second half.
Yeah, both in the double bonus. So any foul here on out, they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Got a couple of wet spots down there on the floor being attended to. Well, if you're just joining us, you might want to stick with us here the rest of the way. We could have a great finish coming up. Mount 72, Wooster 70, 3:02 to go. Hamilton freebie is up, and it's good. Kevin with
quick release,
right? He does that with his regular shots. Yeah. He just kind of flicks them from his waist. Hamilton line right again. 2 dribbles. Up and good.
Hey, if it works, right?
That's right. It ain't broke. 74-70. Hamilton's got 14 for the Raiders, and we're under 3 minutes to go. Here comes Wooster down by 4. Isaiah Johnson with the ball, gets it out on the right side of the floor. Isaiah's going to set a screen now. Breckman's got it. Cross court, Quincy. Another high arcer. That one didn't go. And the rebound picked up by Elijah Farrington, who cradled that ball like it had $1 million written on it. Gets it off to Hamilton, and here come the Raiders. Let's have a good possession here. 2:25 to go in the game. 15 on the shot clock. Mount with the pumpkin, up 74-70. Kasenheiser for a 3. No! Loose on the floor, picked up by Cox Holloway. Boy, Chance has been off just a smidge on about 3 of his three-point shots tonight. Johnson will come back. Vaden blocked it, but of course it falls into the hands of a Wooster player. Johnson again on the left wing, shoots that 3. That one's no good. Gobbled up by Kevin Moore. Kevin Moore now grimacing as he's kind of grabbing his right knee and the back of his right thigh as he comes down to the other end of the floor. Don't look now, but we're under a minute 40 left to go in this game. Mount Union with the ball on top, 74-70 here at the Mack Center. Hamilton's got the ball, steps into a 3, good! Kevin Hamilton from downtown's got 17. Might not be a bigger 3 right there. Breckman's going to go coast to coast. Elijah knocked the ball away, but they're going to get him for a foul.
I'm okay with that foul there on Farrington as well. He had a free path to the basket. I thought he got ball there, might have caught some of the wrist, but making them go to the line to earn that, you're already in the bonus.
So Breckman Oakley at the free throw line. 2 coming up good. And Breckman Oakley eight points on the night. Second one, good. So Oakley with 9. $1:22 left to go in the game. And now another need for a good possession here for Mount Union. They've got the ball at a 5-point lead, 77-72. Kevin Hamilton running the point for Coach Feuline. A minute 8 to go. Hamilton goes around Oakley. Hamilton inside out pass. Kevin Moore. 3. Nope. Hit the rim. Bounced over the backboard and out of bounds.
That's a great look.
What a good look.
Yeah, he's just got to nail it.
Quincy Jones back in for Wooster. He's going to come out. Kapihe will sit out. Exactly 1 minute to go in the game. Mount Union 77, Wooster 72. Each team with 2 timeouts. Each team with a double bonus. Possession arrow would go to Mount Union. Quincy Jones in the paint, down the lane, up and under. Tough shot. Put it off the glass. No. Elijah Farrington got that rebound, and he's grabbed in the backcourt, and a foul is going to be on Wooster, and that's going to be on Raider.
Again, that was great defense from Vaden on there, forcing the adjustment mid-shot from Wooster and allowing Farrington to battle through that rebound. There were 2 or 3 guys fighting for it. Farrington comes out on top, drawing the foul and going to the free throw line.
Elijah Farrington, 2 coming line right. First one up, it's good. I'm just about out of room on my paper. 21 for Elijah Farrington. 46 seconds to go. Farrington again, up and good.
Such confidence on that free throw, too.
22 for Elijah. 45 seconds to go. Here comes the Worcester Scots. Cox Holloway's got it. Goes inside. Put it up on the rim. It fell off to Farrington. Loose ball foul. Worcester will come to the other end. And with 37 seconds to go, the Purple Raiders looking to add to their 7-point lead here at home.
And this is, if this stays, this is a great win for them. Going against a little better competition than they've placed, getting ready for the OAC play. OAC basketball is much different than OAC football, where on most nights you're going to have a battle on your hands.
Farrington back home at the free throw line, up and good. 23 for Elijah. 80-72, Mount Union. Well, if you can put one more in here, you might be able to do it. Farrington rattles that free throw in. He's got 24. 36 seconds left. Mount Union on top, 81-72, and looking good. There goes a 3, top of the key. Nope, rebounded by Farrington. And for all intents and purposes, that might put a nice little turkey wrap on this one. 20 seconds left. Raiders with the ball by 9, and it looks like Wooster is not going to bother. The final 10 seconds coming off the clock here at the Mack Center. 5 seconds left. Coaches and players line up to shake hands, and this one is in the books. Your final score, the University of Mount Union, 81, in the College of Worcester, 72, and the Purple Raiders are still perfect. with a record of 7-0 as the teams and coaches line up and shake hands. So stick around. We got the post-game show coming up here on AM 1310 WDPN. And a nice win for the home team tonight, 781-72. All right, real quick, let's take a look at some of the unofficial numbers here. I'll go with these quickly before we get the real numbers. I had Elijah for 24, 9 for Kaysenheiser, 9 for Lowrich, 10 for Moore. Kevin Hamilton with... All right, so Elijah Farrington's going to join us, but he's going to go down to the locker room first. So we'll let him do his team thing, and then he'll come up and join us here after that. Some of the other ones, Weekly with a big 3 tonight. Cam, we told you, Vaden had 8, had a lot of blocks. Dunbar had a big 2, and Raiders win at 81-72. Again, the official stats will be coming here in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a break. Seems like it's been an hour since we've taken a break. 81-72, the final score. Post-game show coming up when we get back to the Mac Center on 1310 WDPN. Stay with us, everybody.
SARTA me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or to grandma's.
SARTA riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story, and every rider counts. Where to? SARTAme.com.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You? Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
We are back here at the Mac Center. Night before Thanksgiving. Really good college basketball game. And the Purple Raiders get her done. They're 7-0. First home win, first home game of the year. Mount wins it 81-72. Wooster with the loss. They go to 2-3 on the season, but this is Worcester's got a really nice team.
Yeah.
They got some kids that can shoot. They're very active on the offensive glass.
Height.
They can make you get antsy with the ball and maybe make you turn it over when you're not ready to. They got some depth, I think. Coach Klein does a nice job. I think this team's going to win their fair share of ball games this year. Hey, if you're Mount Union, 7-0 is nice. That's great. Always you want to win them all. But the good experience here tonight and your first home game after you've been out on the road for a long time, it's a nice win at home. Tomorrow you get to enjoy a little bit, Thanksgiving and everything. And we saw some guys that are new to the program. And, Kevin Hamilton is a spark, man. Elijah Farrington, we've been watching him for the last couple of years. Caleb, stay healthy, Caleb, right? He's going to be a big force for us all year. Chance Kaysenheiser looks ultra comfortable out there. And I know that Jack Dunbar only played 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. He was 1 of 3. He had 2 points. I like the way he plays, too. And I don't know how many minutes he's going to get night to night. I like his approach. I like the way he plays. And Sean Vaden, 15 minutes. Welcome to the block party with him almost every night.
And no Jarrett Taylor. He can do it.
Dealing with a little injury.
Yeah, he can shoot from 3. He's good down on the low block. He's great defensively. He's got height. So you add the rotation of Farrington, Vaden, and Jarrett Taylor. down there in the low block. Boy, oh boy, if one guy gets in foul trouble, you could play aggressive when you have the depth on your bench that the Purple Raiders do right now.
So Mike went with 9 tonight. You bring Taylor back into the mix. That gives you a strong 10.
Yeah.
And obviously that'll shorten as the year goes along. You won't play 10 guys every night. Some nights you may play 7. Some nights you might play 10. But when Jared Taylor gets back and he's 100% healthy and ready to go, and all our other guys stay healthy and just keep doing what they're doing, I think this team has a nice chance to do some nice things this year on the basketball floor. Final tonight, Mount Union 81, Wooster 72. Of course, we're waiting on Elijah Farrington. He will be our player of the game, so to speak. He pumped in 24 points tonight. He had 4 assists, a couple of turnovers, had a couple of blocks.
One away
Elijah
from a double-double, too.
He had 9 rebounds. How about the free throws? 10 of 11.
Yeah.
How about the free throws, period, tonight? 15. No, I'll take that back. 18 of 21.
Yeah.
Oh, just give me that. Give me that all season. I don't care. I'll take 18 for 21.
There were a bunch of games last year where they shot around 50%. And if you just increase that by an additional 25%, they would have won the game.
Yeah.
So having that, this early on, and like I said, I think for the season they're shooting around 75%, which is great for them to start off a year. You were talking about Jack Dunbar. I think him and Cam Weekly are going to be guys that you start to see more and more time as the season progresses and as it moves forward. Some younger guys who are going to get folded into the mix. They also have Chris Knight from Massillon. That's another guy who could potentially see some more time coming in here as well. So I like the way that this team is looking early on in the season. If they can stay healthy, I think they can do some really good things.
Checking out some more of the team numbers tonight for the game. The Purple Raiders 27 of 65, 41.5%. From the three-point line, 9 of 28. We told you about the free throws, 18 for 21. For the Scots, 24 of 63, 38.1%. Three-point line, just 8 of 26. The free throw line, they weren't bad either. They were 15 of 20, and that's good for 16 of 20 for 80%. Biggest lead, Worcester had a lead of 10 in the first half. Mountain had their biggest lead of 12. 6 lead changes. The game was tied 8 times tonight. Points from turnovers, Mount had 18, Worcester had 12. Points in the paint, Mount 28, Worcester 28. That was a wash. Second chance points tonight, Worcester 16, Mount 12. Fast break points, Mount had 10, Worcester had 9. Bench points tonight, Mount Union had 13, and Worcester had 9. Let's see here. 15 turnovers tonight for Worcester. I'll tell you what, man, I didn't notice this stat. We only had 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm going to tell you what, you shoot 18 for 21 at the line and you only turn the ball over 7 times, you get a good chance to win a lot of your games. Assists tonight, Worcester had 12, Mount Union had 15. Steals, the Purple Raiders had 7. The Scots had 6. Mountain had 6 blocks. Worcester had 4. And again, it adds up to a Purple Raider win here at home tonight, 81-72. First half, it was 36-34 Worcester. Mount outscored the Scots in the second half by 11, 47-36, and they win it 81-72. Break? Let's take a break. We'll come back with more postgame at the Back Center. Purple Raiders win 81-72. Keller and I will be back right after this.
Sarda me to shop, work, activities, the park, the doctors, or the grandmas.
Sarda riders count on us to go so many places, enjoy so many things, and visit so many friends and family members. Nearly 1.5 million riders on 27 fixed routes and nearly 100,000 ProLine rides for a total of 4 million miles.
Every ride tells a story and every rider counts. Where to? SardaMe.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
Ryan Keller back with you, 1310 WDPN. Great job by Ryan's Range Studio. Again, don't forget Muhlenberg College Football Playoffs here at Mount Cara Stadium, 12 noon kick, 1310 WDPN. And our next Mount Union basketball broadcast kind of hanging in the balance because there's football that could come into play. There's other stuff that could come into play. And once we get everything all figured out, we'll figure it out.
From what I understand, the plan is now they're talking to Otterbein to see about potentially moving that Saturday game to Friday night for the boys, and then having the girls play later in the afternoon on Saturday. So boys would play Friday night, girls would play Saturday night after the football game, because there's a potential for that to be a huge matchup for Purple Raider football on December 6th. So make sure to follow us on our socials, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, X. I think I got them all. And we'll keep you updated on to as soon as we hear something, what it's going to be, both on AM 1310 WDPN and the Q92 Sports social medias.
All right, here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Go ahead. All right, send him over.
What are we doing?
He's got other obligations real quick, so he's going to send Chance over.
Okay. That works.
Yeah. Maybe.
Where's Chance?
I have no idea.
Why do I have this feeling that it's just going to be us signing off here really quick?
We'll see.
I've just
I mean,
feeling.
You want me to see if I can get Kevin Hamilton?
Tell you what, who's out here on the floor right now?
Let me ask Jeff real quick. Hold on.
Because I only see Elijah right now. 81-72. This is what you call improvising on live radio and video, because, well, there you are. 81-72 is your final. Mount 7-0. Wooster drops to 2-3. Getting reports of pretty good snow falling right now outside the arena. I hope that's a little bit of an embellishment by some, although I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's just supposed to be real quick, though, in and out. Maybe a little bit of accumulation, but the wind right now is 24, 25 miles an hour. So if you're out, make sure you're bundled up on a night like tonight. Also want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow, you and your family enjoy the holiday that Thanksgiving is, and, of course, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Just a reminder, the Sam Berkwin Show with yours truly. No show tomorrow. No show on Friday. We'll be back on the air Monday at 3 here on AM 1310 WDPN. Appreciate you joining us today for the show. We did most of the show at the studio. We finished up the show here at the Mac Center so we could be in place to bring you the hoops tonight at 6 on WDPN. Lots of folks still kind of you can't see behind me. Well, you can see behind me, but all of the folks that are milling around and hanging around and talking and revisiting and rekindling are all on the other side of the floor. So a lot of folks just kind of hanging around here a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with our interview, so I'll tell you what we'll do, Mr. Rainsberg. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will either have an interview or we will be saying toodaloo on 1310 WDPN. Stay with us.
Go back
back and relive all the action with Q92 Sports on SoundCloud. Whether it's high school or University of Mount Union football and basketball, we've got you covered from 2016 through today. Catch every thrilling game and heart-pounding moment anytime you want. Q92 Sports is your go-to for local sports action. Find us on SoundCloud at Q92 Radio, and don't forget to stream all of our games live on Friday night at Q92Radiosports.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Basketball presented by SARTA on AM 1310 WDPN.
We're back, 1310 WDPN. And 81-72 over a real nice Wooster team. Welcome back, Sam Berkman. We did manage to corral Caleb. He's got his pajamas on, and he's ready to go.
Yeah,
do whatever kids do the day before Thanksgiving. Hey, I appreciate you coming over here, man. Congratulations.
Always. Thank
and
you.
How's it going so far? I mean, you're unbeaten, which was nice, but this was a good one. You got some tight spots, and you guys had to fight a little bit, and you did.
Yeah. I feel like this is really the first one where we've gotten tested down the stretch. I feel like we responded really well. I think next steps is doing that from the jump. An 11-point deficit in the first half at the home court. This can't happen. But I'm really proud of how we responded. You know, our guards led us in a great way. Eli, that kid's a monster, man. It's unbelievable. I'll play second fiddle to Eli Farrington every day of the week, twice on Sundays, man. The kid's incredible. I'm really proud of our guys, though. Last few years, I feel like we've kind of just folded over a few times, and it's nice to see a bunch of young guys come out here and really just play hard.
Caleb tonight with 8 points. You had 5 assists. You had 8 rebounds. A nice little stat sheet for you tonight. You talked about Elijah. He had 24 and 17 for Kevin, and for Kevin Hamilton, 10 for Kevin Moore. Obviously, this was the first time we got to see you guys live. We watched you on streams, but this was your first home game. Tell us about the previous 6 and what had been working for you before you got on your home floor here tonight.
Previous 6, I think what's really been working for us is just finding the hot hand. I mean, there's been multiple games where Kevin just got hot and we found him. I mean, he got hot down the stretch at 2 big ones, and it's just all about finding the hot hand and making the extra pass. I mean, Coach really stressed in the first half. It's like, let's get to that second side. Let's get to that second pass and just, like, let's make one more. Like, we can get whatever shot we want at all times. Like, let's just get our favorite one, like, every time. And if it's not there, then we can settle for a mid-range, and then we can settle for something else.
Caleb Lorich is our guest here on 1310 WDPN. How you feeling? You've been battling, man. The last couple of years, injuries and bumps and bruises and crazy stuff. How you feeling?
I'm getting older, man.
You're getting old.
I hate to say it. I'm getting older. I can feel it in my body, but I feel good. Shoulder feels good. Back to 100%. I missed most of last year, but I feel good. Happy to be a part of a winning team. Happy to just contribute any way I can, honestly.
What did you do during the off season to strengthen everything? Because I know that you got to do that now. B-balls, it's 365 a year.
Oh,
just about.
I mean, to be honest, it's a ton of weight room stuff. Get my shoulder back to where it needed to be. Put on about I want to say 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. Just really got as big as I could, and was just playing basketball as much as possible. It's getting in the gym, whether it be alone or whether it be going to the Cleveland Pro-Am. Played a few games there, and I played pretty well, and that kind of helped me get my flow back, just feel for the game. So just stuff like that.
Purple Raiders standout Caleb Lorich, our guest here on the post game. All right, final question: what's going on tomorrow? How we celebrating Turkey Day? What do you got going on?
First priority, we're sleeping in.
Oh, absolutely.
Second priority.
Please tell me you're not practicing tomorrow.
No.
Okay.
I usually do post game lifts, but we're gonna take tomorrow off. Celebrate the Turkey Day. First priority, let's sleep in, and then depending on what time we wake up, might be right to the food. Honestly,
I gotta ask, sleeping in. What time is that? What is sleeping in?
Anywhere from, during school year, anywhere from like 11 to 1 is sleeping in, because I'm usually up by 8:30 most of the days.
Okay.
When I'm out here at Mount. So.
Wow, that's nice, man. Enjoy those times. They don't last forever.
I'm trying to. Trust me, I'm trying.
Caleb, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming over.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother. We'll see you down the road.
Happy Thanksgiving.
There he goes. Caleb Lorich. Nice job tonight by Caleb. He's off the Thanksgiving holiday. It's good to be a college kid, isn't it? Final score, Mount Union 81. and Wooster 72. For my partner, Ryan Keller, Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio, and thanks to you for listening, everybody. We sure do appreciate it. Final score one more time is the Purple Raiders keep it perfect at 7-0. They win it by the score of 81-72. Want to say goodbye?
Howdy.
We're saying goodbye. I just did the final goodbyes. Get your final goodbye in.
Hey, everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. If you're out tonight, please be safe. And we'll see you. I won't see you, but Sammy will see you on Saturday, Purple Raider football. And then, make sure to follow us on our socials. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back on basketball.
Baby.
And
back in the band.
The way this team's looking, some good things on the horizon. So let's just see how things play out once they get into OAC action. And, we don't got to worry about John Carroll this year until we get to the hopefully in the playoffs.
Yeah, might see them in a couple of weeks across the street.
I'll be all right with that
too. Interesting, right?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. No kidding. All right, that'll do it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Again, have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Purple Raiders win it 81-72. Thanks all around. Have a great holiday. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.